thank the committee staff for working with my office on this bill, and I accept the amendments to move the reporting date to July 1, 2025. I understand that these amendments will need to be taken at the next step in the process, and I commit to doing so. Assembly Bill 3229 would combine reporting deadlines for two legislative reports on the California Fruit and Vegetable EBT pilot program. Specifically, this bill requires the results of the evaluation originally due September 1, 2025, and the scoping plan to transition the pilot project into a permanent program, originally due March 1, 2026, to be submitted no later than July 1, 2025, when the amendments are adopted. As we know now, California is the fifth largest economy in the world, yet about 8 million Californians struggle with food insecurity. That's 20% of the state's population that go hungry every day, including children. Part of the reason for this increased cost of living that make it hard to access affordable, nutritious food. To address this issue, the California Fruit and Vegetable EBT pilot project was established in 2018, aimed at boosting the purchase and consumption of fresh fruits and vegetables to CalFresh beneficiaries. The pilot program provided up to $60 in nutritional incentives a month. For every $1 of CalFresh EBT spent on any fruit and vegetable, a recipient got back $1 to spend on any CalFresh eligible food. As of February 2024, the pilot operated at 87 grocery stores and numerous farmers markets across the state, providing $1.9 million in rebates for fruits and vegetables to 75,000 individuals across 44 counties. Despite its success, though, the pilot ended in April 2024 due to the money running out, even though the sunset of the pilot was originally January 1, 2027. Research shows that similar programs reduce hunger, improve health, and increase revenue for agricultural communities. To ensure families continue to benefit from the EBT pilot in the coming years, AB 3229 aims to advance the reporting deadlines for both the evaluation report and the scoping plan. With me in support of AB 3229 is Jared Call on behalf of Nourish California. Thank you.
Thank you, Assemblymember Lee. Thank you, Chair and members. As you said, Jared Call with Nourish California. We're proud co-sponsors of AB.
Before you start quickly, I just want to let you know you'll have 2 minutes to present.
Got it.
Okay? Thank you so much.
We're proud co-sponsors of AB 3229 along with Fullwell, and we actually helped design, the project from the ground up beginning back in 2018. So again, want to thank Assemblymember Lee for his leadership on the issue. As he said, we have a very effective, efficient program right now at the Department of Social Services that relies on the normal channels of commerce and our very efficient electronic benefit transfer system to get extra food onto people's tables in the form of primarily fresh California-grown fruits and vegetables, up to $60 in rebates each month. Again, as the Assembly member highlighted, we've got very troubling levels of food insecurity in the state, and this is an extremely successful program that, again, has very little overhead. 95 to 97% of the funding is benefits, that is food on the table, again, because it relies on the normal channels of commerce. There's no county administration, there's no applications. People go, they shop, they get the food they want, and they get a little break on the price. At its peak in March 2024, the program was serving 55,000 CalFresh households and redeeming over $2.5 million in fruits and vegetable supplements alone. We have hundreds and hundreds of testimonials from very satisfied and happy shoppers who want to see this program continue, return, and expand. So as the Assembly member explained, and as the committee's aware, the program did run out of funding and was paused in April of this year. But we need these reports and this information to the legislature so we can plan to turn that very successful program back on as soon as possible. So again, we're also happy to work with the committee and the department to accept those amendments, but we do want to see those reports produced as soon as possible so we can get this back on track. Thank you, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Do we have any members of the public wishing to express their support? Please come forward to the microphone with your name, affiliation, and your position only, please.
Yeah, Martin Radosevich on behalf of Fullwell, proud co-sponsors of the bill. Thank you.
Thank you.
Erin Evans on behalf of Santa Clara County in support. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. Rebecca Gonzalez with the Western Center on Law and Poverty and Support.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Do we have any witnesses in opposition to this bill? We will hear you now. Okay. Seeing none, any members of the public wishing to express their opposition? Okay. We'll bring the conversation back to the committee now. As you see, my colleagues are either presenting in other committees or working their way over here. But Assemblymember Lee, I just wanted you to address the issue around the reports. I know that the timing is critical. We want those reports to come in. One of the questions that we engaged in was around what is the consequence if CDSS does not submit these reports on time, as your bill suggests? How can we assure that there is follow-up and adherence to what you're asking the department to do?
Well, I'll turn over to my sponsor in a second, but I do think that, especially as we're the counterpart chairs for human services, it's very important to make sure that, of course, we have our will implemented through the legislation we passed, but also to exercise the oversight ability if possible. This is a wildly successful program that's very frictionless for the consumer, and I want to make sure that we get the data to back it up, that we continue forward. I don't know if, Jared, you have anything to add to that?
Sure. Thank you, Assemblymember Lee. Jared Call again from Nourish, California. I would just add that in our conversations with the department and in testifying at budget committees, this spring, the department likes the program. That's not the issue. It really is just this funding issue. And we know there's a lot going on at the department. Sunbucks is rolling out, a lot of other very exciting programs. But given that this one has been around since 2018 and is so phenomenally successful and has very little, again, administrative burden at all, we're very hopeful and confident that the department will respond to this legislation and fulfill that need.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And anything that I can do to help support you on our end as well. Thank you so much, Chairman Lee. We are going to, absent of quorum, we're going to address this bill when we're able to do that. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Would you like to close before we move on to the next bill?
I will ask for I vote at the appropriate time. Thank you.
Thank you so much.